Well, the Mavericks are taking their 2-0 series lead over the Clippers back to Dallas for 2 games this weekend. The Mavs followed up the 17 threes they made in Game 1 by making 18 Game 2. But Ty Lue says the Clippers will show who they truly are with their backs against the wall, adding, quote, "I think when you're down 2-0 and you're coming into another team's arena, it shows what you're made of." So, Shannon, where will this series stand when we return on Monday?
Skip, I'm going to go and set a bid 3-1. I believe, I believe the Mavericks will win tonight. The Clippers will win on Sunday. I guess they play Sunday. And be 3-1 when they go back, because the Clippers get back in Staples Center.
Games are both night. They're 8:30 Dallas time.
Okay. So I do believe that it'll still be 3-1, Skip. Here's the problem that the Clippers are having. No matter who takes the Luka Doncic test, they fail. Kawhi's tried it, he got an F. Paul George has tried it, he's gotten an F. Pat Bev, they just went ahead and put him out of school. His grade was so bad against Luka, they just kicked him out of school. Marcus Morris, if he can't step on his already injured ankle, he's failed. So what do, Skip? They've tried to turn him into, okay, we're just going to let you score. Go one-on-one. And that's like, now we can't do that because you're getting to the basket too easy. You're making it too easy. Now we come with the double. Now not only can he score, you're turning him into a playmaker also. So I really want to make him turn him into a playmaker, Skip, and hope that Tim Hardaway Jr., hope that Finney Smith, hope that these guys can't continue to make the shots. So that way I'm going to get Luka to start pressing and to get out of his comfort zone. But as long as he can get what he wants, and then when you bring the double team, those guys knock down those threes, you don't have an answer for that because you would like to be able to, Skip, to be able to stay home. And like, nah, hey, Kawhi, you take him. PG, you take him. Pat Bev is just too small to take him. But would like to have one of those guys just be able to take him. Skip, I don't really know what else they can do. Kawhi had a career night. Paul George didn't play bad. He didn't shoot the three well, but he was very efficient. He was 11 of 22. So you get 69 points from your big guns.
41 and 28.
And you still lose.
Yep.
So now where do we go? Where are we going to get some more points from? I mean, you expected Luke Kennard, who has 2 DMPs, that you're playing $16 million. Marcus Morris Sr. has lost his stroke. He was shooting the ball well in the regular season. But for whatever reason, in the stretch of the season, last 3 or 4 games, and come in the playoffs, he hadn't been able to find his stroke. So I don't really know where they turn, Skip. So I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to say it's 3-1 when we come in here on Monday, and I'll be celebrating.
Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
You're going to have a great weekend.
Well, I'll have a great weekend.
And on Sunday night, you can make plans for all the props you want. If you want to come out here and burn a Clippers jersey on Monday, we will be here on Memorial Day. I mean, Memorial Day.
I need Capper. Get close up on Skip. Say that one more time about the prop. I want you to say that what you just said again.
I'm going to say a lot.
No, you told me I can have as many props
as you want because I will deserve your wrath and ridicule on Monday.
Okay.
This is fixing to be over. Dallas is going to...
the Clippers.
Yeah,
I am so done with the Clippers. I was so wrong about the Clippers. I picked them to win the NBA championship.
You did
Not
that.
just the West, the championship.
You did that.
I did it before the year. I did it before the playoffs started. And I was dead solid wrong.
That's mighty big of you, Skip, to admit that.
This Clippers team, right on schedule, has degenerated into last year's Clippers team. And I don't understand it. I can't fathom it. I can't explain it because throughout the year, they were good to great for most of the year. I know they struggled with their clutch finishes, but that's why they got Rondo at the trade deadline. And I thought it was the sweetest Jerry West Memorial move I'd seen in a long, long time because they acquired the playmaker who was your unsung hero in the bubble last year. I'm talking about playoff Rondo. Right. Key play after key shot after key pass did he make for your Lakers. And I thought, thank you, basketball gods. Now we, the Clippers, have playoff Rondo to quarterback us, to put us in the right place at the right time with the right mindset to close deals in big playoff games.
But, Skip, you've said on numerous occasions, Kawhi is not a closer. Paul George isn't a closer. So even though you got a guy that can quarterback, what good is a quarterback if his receivers can't catch?
Okay, I got it. But they are so talented and they are so deep. They're too deep for their own good because you mentioned Kennard. He's a 40% three-point shooter. Obviously, as a team, they led the league in three-point shooting, and now they're choking their brains out. They led the league in free throw shooting, and now, starting with Marcus Morris Sr., they are choking their guts out. On national TV against the Dallas Mavericks, who very quietly got hot at the end of the year.
Okay.
I don't know if they tanked or not. I don't think they tanked. I think they rested their two fragile superstars, and they were rested and ready for the playoffs. They might have been a little rusty for game one, but the shell shock of coming apart down the stretch in game one carried right over as a hangover into game two, and they were even worse down the stretch in game two. And the offense, let me finish. The offense has degenerated into your turn or my turn. Yep. Listen, the Lakers, they do two great things. They hang their hat on the defensive end. They take pride in it. They play with urgency and physicality on defense. Every game, every game. I give it up to you for that because they care. You can just see. And I think it comes from Vogel, who emphasizes defense.
Yeah, he's a defense coach.
The other thing they do, probably fueled by LeBron, who's still the best passer in basketball, is you want to talk about beautiful ball movement? You want to talk about sharing the ball? They take my breath away, do the Lakers, on some possessions where the ball goes pass, 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 open three, bottom. And it's beautiful to watch because I have to watch the Clippers play such ugly basketball, especially in close fourth quarter.
Right.
Because it's either your turn or my turn. Dribble, 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 dribble. Can I beat two defenders? They tripled Kawhi in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, he says, just get out of my way. I'm just going to take shots.
Right.
Well, a lot of shots you're going to take are going to be forced shots when you have open three-point shooters just begging for the basketball across the floor.
Right.
Okay, LeBron gives those balls up, and because KCP or who it can be Caruso, Kuzma, they'll make threes when you need a big three, they'll make one.
But see, here's the thing, though, Skip. See, when you say now, you praise Bron for giving the ball up to wide open shooters.
Okay, this is in the flow of the game.
Right.
Just in the flow. I'm not talking about in the last 2 minutes. I'm talking about as the game starts to open up and flow, it all flows from LeBron. Right. They have ball movement that is hard to guard.
But see, Skip, this is why LeBron is so much more invaluable than a lot of people, because in clutch time, it's not always about you. It's about others and making the right play. So what has been your problem starting last year, Skip? All in the playoffs, this year in the regular season, and again now. Clutch time. When the 5 minutes and the game was within 5, what do you guys normally do? Fold.
Well, it's like, is it me or is it you? Do you want to try this or do you want me to try it? And it ends up with George Paul with the ball in his hand saying, do you think I should shoot this?
Yeah, front runner.
Yeah, way to go.
What you criticized LeBron for, don't think I didn't see your little nasty tweet last night, too. Talk about the biggest front runner, CP3 is out.
I told you, I said it on the show yesterday. He is the biggest front runner. I told you it's a positive, it's a compliment. Because when he smells a little blood, there's no... Chris Paul was in warm-ups cheering him on, trying to coach him from the sidelines like he was an assistant head coach. And LeBron smells that and sees that, he will run you into the floor. I told you that on the show yesterday. That's a strength. I give you that.
But okay, LeBron might be a front runner.
How do you see my tweets so much?
Don't worry about it. But hold on. What are the Clippers? Because it seems to me they're bigger front runners than LeBron.
Okay, there are two kinds of front running. There's front running folders, and there are front runners who just pile it on, they stat pad, and they beat the you-know-what out of
the Clippers.
Okay?
See, we can execute. You see how we did what we did against Golden State? We executed in the clutch. Even when they took a lead, we maintained our composure. You guys can't do that.
Well, you executed in the clutch against Golden State because KCP got stuck with the ball in the lane and kicked it out to LeBron, and Steph's like, I guess I got to run at him. And he throws one up at 3 rims he's trying to see, and it chose the right rim. Made it. Way to go. Yeah, way to go. And he's now, what is he shooting in this series? He's like 32% from 3. He's not a very good three-point shooter, but that's okay. He's a great passer
but
and a great driver of the basketball. And by the way, LeBron last night, he drove it 7 times and made 5 field goals on drives. In the first 2 games, he drove it twice.
Thank you.
Twice.
Thank you.
Okay?
And he made it clear. He's like, there's some things that I missed mentally.
Okay, so back to the Clippers. The odds makers keep validating my prediction. They're really good. They're really loaded. They are the odds makers champions because they routinely have point spreads that say they're the best team in basketball. They have another one tonight. It's been as high as 2.5 points. Clippers favored by 2. It's 2 right now, but 2.5. Well, Rick Carlisle's going to use that as new ammunition. His pregame speech will be, hey, you guys kick their golden tails. They're sorry, we want Dallas tails. In their building, and they've come into your house, and they're still favored by 2.5 points. That's what he'll tell them.
Skip, even though you say Chris Broussard and I, we led the bandwagon about their tank, what do you think, Rick Carlisle, what do you think the Mavericks thought? Here's a team that has a chance that could possibly move up, get the number 2 seed. They could get the 3 or the 2 seed.
I got it. Whether they tanked or not, Dallas thought they tanked.
Thank you.
And that's all that
Perception is reality.
Because it's reality, and they are fierce. I told you, they came out in game 1 with fire in their eyes. They have made 35 of 73 point shots, and they finished 18th in the regular season in 3-point shooting. That's ridiculous heat that they're generating, and they're a hot basketball team in general. So the Clippers are up against it, but I keep telling you about the point spreads. They're 6.5-point favorite in game 1, and they lost by 10. They're 6-point favorite in game 2 at home, and they lose by 6. Tonight, they're 2.5, and I think they're going to lose by 10 again tonight, and I think they're going to get swept, and I think you can come in and heap all the ridicule and abuse on me you want because I deserve it. But again,